Hi, my name is Andy. Mike is my uncle. I don't have a whole lot of family, so Mike has been kind of, sort of like a father figure, kind of someone I come to a lot for advice and just talk a lot. So Kate asked me to, and Kate as well, Kate asked me to read this, and I think it seems like it's from the 70s. It seems like it's from when he was going to college, so I'll just start reading it. Okay. Okay, it says, Note to Peter Gable, January 20th, 2015. Okay. Just received latest alum mag from my alma mater, sort of like a combo of USF St. Mary's and its new legal studies, major focusing on law and society and study of the humanities. Noticeably absent for a religious school is law and spirituality, which also reflected in the first Earth Day, 1970, for which a righteous demonstration was organized by the head of the plant biology emphasis, and to which I was disinvited because he took offense to my sacred biology-oriented senior project, the effects of prayer and meditation on plant growth, to which I was recruited by the head of the bio department, Ed Gasner, a PhD in biochemistry, who worked with Jane Roberts, who channeled Seth. He was a devout Catholic who had 12 kids smoke cigar in his office all day, while advising the undesirables in the department, and hated the self-righteous plant bio guy who wanted his job. And got it, and no doubt in part for putting me up to this, and it's becoming a prominent story in the Rochester Democrat Chronicle, to the dismay of his professor and the college president, who had earlier in my years there suspended me for organizing the band. Fugue, Zappa, and Buck Owens inspired. Buck and the Purrs after a pre-punk performance at the sister college, now Nazareth University, with my roommate and friends. We performed quite under the influence, naked underneath sheepskins, wrapped around us from a local sheep farming philosophy professor, with assorted headgear, and our instruments were kazoo guitar, washboard, clarinet, and I sang lead vocals while playing the washtub bass, strung with a clothesline stolen from the priest's housing on campus. Our biggest hits were I Couldn't Get High, Susie Cream Cheese, Do You Like, a lot, and usually, Do You Like a Lot, and usually ended with a stirring, undecipherable rendition of Tuli Kuferberg's Nothing. Hard to imagine my earnest self being so nihilistic, but it was morally preferable to the pretentious middle-class aspirations of the college and the good students, like the one who graduated as valedictorian and went to Harvard Medical School, while I shipped off to the south of France. After his exclaiming on the day MLK was assassinated, as he walked into the biolab, that they finally got that bastard, and I left my feline cadaver to dissect his anatomy, only to be stopped by the nun teaching the class. She resigned the next year to be married and become a liberation theologist. I have one very faded black and white pic of the Purrs, unfortunately dressed in civvies, engaging in the ritual intoxication that preceded each performance, required to go on stage as not Purrs. We were quite polite, alienated, underachieving guys, so it goes. After totaling my Austin Healey 3000, one of the last big Healeys made, and having my first real experience of the power of prayer upon being told, in the ER that I had a broken neck and the degree of paralysis would be evaluated by the specialist on his way in, I prayed and miraculously healed myself. The x-rays were misread by the ER doc, an intern, and I became me, soon to be possessed by the ghost of Che Guevara while studying W. Reich in San Francisco. Bob, my roommate, went to San Francisco for the summer of love, had an LSD-induced psychotic break. His girlfriend became pregnant and he left to work. Patrick dropped out, got drafted, and went to Vietnam, and came back a PTSD basket case, and survived barely. Many suicide attempts as a bartender in his family's bar in Mount Lima, New York. Another was killed in Vietnam in '73 after introducing me to Jackson Browne's first album on a cross New York State motorcycle trip I took in 1972, which ended in Albany with a friend, my co-captain of the soccer team, seducing my girlfriend in revenge for sleeping with his girlfriend, which did not happen. He's now a disability bureaucrat for New York State. Anyway, we closed down the school after Kent State 2 weeks after the first Earth Day, and I never finished my senior project. So I left sacred biology behind for a while, pursuing revolution. Also, the current president for 35 years is being awarded a special honor by the Irish American community nationally for his work in Irish studies, and is going to establish an Irish studies program as soon as he raises the rest of the $50 million endowment. $34 million currently pledged. I'll write him about the one that Kate and I created, synthesizing the spiritual power of the megaliths in IRA-inspired politics. Out of nothing in 1994 and Danny's work after that, will the truth ever be told? So it goes. That's